Also, after more than a decade in foster care, Cozy finally gets his forever family. And the celebration was nothing short of heartwarming. We'll have that story later on Morning Y'all.
And he's back. East Texas's favorite returns with a brand new album this morning. Bob will join us live to talk more about his music inspiration and his upcoming album release party.
We got some heavy rainfall in some locations here in East Texas. I'll show you where and when you can expect these rain showers to eventually fade away. That's all ahead on Morning Y'all on CBS 19 Plus.
Together, we're putting East Texas first. You're watching Morning Y'all on CBS 19 Plus.
Our top story this morning, testimony resuming in the trial of Scotty Lee Goebel, accused of shooting and killing Tyler business owner Eddie Ramirez last October. Prosecutors say an argument over a food order escalated into a fight before Goebel pulled a gun. Jurors have seen body camera footage of Goebel admitting to the shooting, while the defense argues that he fired in self-defense. We'll have more details on that trial in just a few minutes here on Morning Y'all.
Good morning, y'all. Thanks so much for staying with us on CBS 19 Plus. I'm Jesus Martinez.
We're so glad you're with us this morning. I'm Dana Dixon. As you get ready to head out this morning, definitely know that those roads are slick out there.
They are slick. It is raining out there. Joel, I think you kind of blend in with the clouds right now.
Yeah, it's definitely a gloomy picture out there here in Tyler. Got some wet roadways in some locations. Definitely some heavy downpours occurring at this time, so definitely make sure you are being careful as you head out this morning, especially if you're in the vicinity of Smith County. Wet roadways here on our Tyler cam, lots of gloomy skies out there. Temperatures elsewhere, though, and across the area, upper 60s to low 70s. So for those of us that are not getting in on the rain, definitely are getting in on some nice, comfortable temperatures. Here's our CBS 19 live radar showing a large cluster, basically kind of an organized area of showers and thunderstorms over Tyler and parts of Smith County at this time. That is going to continue to move to the east and eventually affect areas like Henderson and Laneville as it continues to track to the east. Meanwhile, we are watching another area of showers and thunderstorms that are quickly fading away, and they have basically weakened altogether. The main show again is now to the north. Our bus stop forecast this afternoon will be nice and clear as we head into this afternoon with highs in the upper 80s to low 90s. And for the next 3 days, we are tracking additional rain chances, especially on Friday with highs near 84. Some of that will linger into parts of your Saturday. We'll take a look at the details in your forecast coming up.
All right, thanks so much, Joel. 7:04 this morning. Testimony will continue in just a couple of hours in the trial of Scotty Lee Goebel. He's the man accused of shooting and killing Tyler business owner Eddie Ramirez just outside Junior Taqueria last October.
The opening day of testimony lasted more than 8 hours, with the focus on witnesses from the state. Prosecutors say an argument over a food order escalated into a brawl before Goebel pulled a gun and shot Ramirez. Yesterday, jurors saw body camera video of Goebel admitting to the shooting, but giving different versions of what led up to it. The defense claims that Ramirez and his family were the aggressors, and Goebel fired in self-defense.
We want you to pay special attention to Scotty Goebel and his story, and how many times his story changes throughout his interview with the detectives.
This is the investigative bias based on inaccurate information provided from a crime scene that's lost its integrity, with the family and the witnesses in the restaurant allowed to walk around and talk with each other.
Right now, the state's job is to prove to the jury that beyond a reasonable doubt, Goebel intentionally shot and killed Ramirez, not in an act of self-defense.
Meanwhile, over in ARP, the elementary assistant principal is facing criminal charges tied to a sexual assault investigation involving her 21-year-old son. Investigators say Carla Florence withheld information about that case in which her 21-year-old son, Blake Florence, is accused of. She's charged with failure to report as an educator. Meanwhile, her son is charged with second-degree sexual assault of a child and tampering with evidence as well. Police say that his mother not only knew about the crime, but actively misled investigators about it. Now, under Texas law, educators are legally required to report any knowledge of a felony, and more charges could be filed. And the district told us the incident did not involve any of their students and did not happen on school property. And in a letter to parents, they also said that they are already taking the proper steps and actions to make sure the safety is ensured and the well-being of students and staff as well. 7:06 now to the state capitol, where lawmakers are one step closer to eliminating the STAR test.
State representatives voted yesterday to replace the high-stakes end-of-year assessment with 3 exams throughout the year. Now, supporters say getting rid of the STAR test takes pressure off students and eases the high-stakes environment. But opponents worry that the state is still relying too much on testing and hasn't spent enough time digesting the bill.
Members, this bill addresses every single point that districts raised in their lawsuits against the state and offers other important changes to assessment and accountability that has been brought to me by teachers, district leaders, parents, and members on this floor.
Students would take assessments at the beginning, middle, and end of each school year. The end-of-year test would be the only one that's mandatory. Students argue that taking the STAR test already stirs up anxiety for them.
7:07 this morning now, time for morning headlines. The Trump administration plans to revive the practice of conducting neighborhood checks to vet immigrants applying for U.S. citizenship. According to a memo obtained by CBS News, the process could include interviews with an applicant's neighbors and even co-workers to vouch for their character and even their patriotism. Meanwhile, the president wants to extend the National Guard's mission beyond 30 days to help fight crime in D.C. Trump said he will work with Congress to make that happen, but also added he could declare a state of emergency if needed. He also put violent criminals in the district on notice, warning them that the federal government would seek the death penalty for murder convictions. And Cracker Barrel is scraping its brand new logo. The restaurant said, quote, "We said we would listen, and we have. Our new logo is going away with the old-timer remaining." The move comes after people accused Cracker Barrel of abandoning traditional values. And check this out, Smoothie King makes a historic change. For the first time since opening its doors in 1973, the Texas-based chain is serving food, more than smoothies now. It's called Power Eats Menu, and it features peanut butter toast, avocado toast, and chocolate hazelnut toast, all the toast in the world you can want. Now, there are also 2 different types of grab-and-go protein boxes, and they're not stopping there. Smoothie King plans to have more items next year, including egg clouds and chicken tenders, and all that is making me hungry this morning.
A lot of it made sense. I'm just not sure about the chicken tenders.
Yeah, it doesn't. It's all breakfast-y types foods,
And
but
then throw in a chicken tender. All right, well, it's time now for our question of the day this morning. It's a good one. What is your favorite movie? I have so many.
Me too.
Okay, if you have so many, let's start with Joel.
Oh man,
he's
okay.
excited.
All right. Well, I mean, gotta go with Twister. That's a great one. I mean, right?
Weather
guy.
theme,
Weather-related.
I mean,
Now,
absolutely.
the OG or the new one that just came out?
I like the OG better. I like the OG
I
better.
liked the new one too. It was good.
The new one was good. It was. I would definitely think maybe it's just the nostalgia talking, but I think the old one is a little bit better. But
The originals are always better.
right. I also like Back to the Future, Indiana Jones, Star Wars, and Karate Kid.
A little old school.
Oh
for
yeah,
him.
That is.
I love a lot of '80s movies.
Yeah,
I
me too.
love a lot of '80s things.
All the themes. I have 2 different ones. One I just watched recently. It's called The Split. It's for an older demographic, but basically this guy, he has multiple personality disorders.
Can't give it away.
I'm not
People
giving it
wanna
away. I'm giving you
watch
the premises, and he kidnaps girls, and the girls are trying to get away. But it's interesting because this one person is multiple people interacting with the kidnapped girls. It's
I got
interesting.
lost. I just got lost.
I'm trying not to give it away too much.
Keep your other one, because that
The
one
other
complicated my brain.
That was complicated. You really have to keep up with the characters. It's one person.
You have a fave?
I think mine beats both of them. I
What
might
is
even
it?
beat yours, Dana, and I love you, but for me, #1 movie of all time. What am I on? Camera 2, camera 3? Look.
The Jib.
I'm on the Jib? Okay, I'm going to tell you like this. #1 movie of all time, without question, Scarface. There is no movie better. Second place, Godfather #1. Third place, Superbad. Now, we cannot talk about Superbad on air because it's not an appropriate movie, but it's a fantastic movie.
Mine are so much more girly than all that, except for Goonies. Goonies is one of my all-time faves.
Goonies is good.
I love the Goonies, and then I'll give you just one other. I like Pretty Woman too. I
Oh, that's
love
good.
Richard Gere and Julia. Why can't I think of her last name? Oh my God, Roberts. Julia Roberts. It's the premise not so great, but
wish I had-
just a good movie.
I wish I had a bigger bag of movies. I'm not really the biggest movie person.
Would you bring your CDs?
Oh no! I know. I need a bigger bag. As in, I got nothing in the toolbox. I don't know many movies.
We gotta get you to watch some more movies.
Oh, trust me. All my friends and family are always dumbfounded. I haven't even seen. I'm a huge fight fan. Have never seen the Rocky series.
Oh,
really?
Yeah.
You gotta
haven't
go
seen
back.
Creed. Haven't seen any of those.
I
but
haven't seen Creed, but the old ones will. They're
yeah,
great. You'll
I
like
got
them.
to. Yeah, I got to.
All right, well, it's definitely a wet day as you get ready to head out today. Got to be careful if you're taking those kiddos to school.
Yes, very, very much so. We got some rain actively falling. Let's take a look at our CBS19 on-scene unit here. We did have a wreck there on I-20 this morning. Rain is continuing to fall there. Definitely make sure you are being careful. We got some wet roadways. Visibilities aren't too bad. You can see pretty well ahead of you, but definitely make sure to be careful. We have that wreck there, so make sure you leave with a little bit of extra time. Let's take a look at our I-20 report now. We do have a little bit of a slowdown there because of that wreck, so I'm giving you a little bit of extra time there. So 2 hours and 10 minutes to get to Dallas this morning if you're heading westbound. Eastbound shouldn't be too bad. It's going to be about 90 minutes to head in that direction. And US 69, not too bad either. Again, could be a little bit of a slowdown there because we do have an active heavy shower and thunderstorm moving across the corridor there across Tyler. But overall, giving you 2.5 hours to get to Denison and an hour and 30 minutes to get to Lufkin. Here's what I'm talking about here. So just right along that US 69 corridor is where that that heavy shower and thunder shower, I would definitely call it, lies right over that, so definitely make sure to be careful. Those showers and thunderstorms will eventually fade away into this afternoon. Could potentially see an occasional passing shower, but most of us will be in the clear and will be nice and quiet for the duration of the afternoon. Commute forecast, giving you overall a green light, maybe a little bit of a yellow light here, at least through 8 a.m. through 9 a.m., just because of those heavy showers and thunderstorms that are kind of lingering here across the area. But other than that, most of everybody else is going to continue to stay dry. So giving you green lights all the way through there. Temperatures in the upper 60s to low 70s overhead, with clear skies overhead, that is. And I'm giving you a green light through this afternoon for high temperatures in the low 90s, and we will continue to stay dry for the afternoon commute. That's why, again, I'm giving you green ×3.
I like it when you say green ×3. That means good news. All right. He's a familiar face and a voice here in East Texas. After taking some time off work to work on other projects, Bob Malden is back in the music scene, this time with a brand new album, and it's an exciting time for East Texans and for those who enjoy the simplicity of music. This morning joining us once again is Bob Malden. Thank you so much for joining us and sticking around for us.
Yeah, absolutely. Thanks for having me, man.
Of course. So, hey, let's talk about you and your career. You know, you got into music, stepped away for a little bit, but got back into it. What inspired you to go back into music?
I've been in and out of music a lot through the years, but you know, I work a lot in TV too. Of course, mine's out on the road doing a show called Expedition Texas, but we do a few other things too. But whenever there's time and the mood hits, I get back into music. And the mood definitely hit end of last year, early this year. For the past 7 months or so, been working on this new album, and just really excited the way it came together and all of it. I mean, the album cover, all of the show this weekend, and just very excited about how it all came together, and excited to get out and play some music now.
It's fun to see how we somehow find time for our passions, and for this passion came a new album.
Yeah, you have to. Yeah, you have to make time for the things that you enjoy,
because that's what makes us happy.
Yeah, I mean, it's not that I don't enjoy my work, but after a while it becomes work.
Right.
And so to do the things that are fun, and music is a passion, but it's always been sort of a thing that I do only when I have time, and now I have time, and so we're doing it.
That's awesome. And now you have this brand new album. Tell us a little bit more about it.
Well, the album is called Peony Prairie Fire. There's 3 different versions of the album. There's the LP. I finally have a release out on vinyl, so that's been a lifelong dream since I was a little kid. It was to be able to drop a needle and hear my own productions, and so that's happening. Then that has 9 songs on it. The CD has the same 9 songs, but also a bonus track, hidden track, that if you keep listening at the end, that'll be on there. And then, of course, when we release it on digital, it's on Spotify and Google Play and iTunes and all the places where you get your music online. That has there's 2 bonus tracks on that, and they're named because you have to. But yeah, you can find those on the digital version.
That's awesome. So, what makes your music so uniquely different than any other artist out there?
Well, it's like we were talking earlier. I think, someone could stick me in the middle of a metal band and I would make them sound country. I can't do anything but country. I've tried before, and it just sounds country. So it's just country music. It's straight from the heart. Even the songs that I covered on this album, they were saying the exact thoughts I had at the time. Yeah. So it's very much about what you're saying with the words and what you're saying with the music for me, and and this album especially. I mean, I meant every word of it.
And you have an album release party this Saturday, too.
Yes, Saturday night, the Stockyard Steakhouse, a very cool place in Gladewater, which is a great town anyway, so everybody go visit Gladewater. But Stockyard Steakhouse this Saturday, and it's going to be at 7 p.m., and they have reservations still available, but they go fast because it's a restaurant. There's not a lot of room in there to cram a lot of people, so we want everybody to have a good time. You can get your reservations at 903-431-9823. That's 903-431-9823. And I'm going to say that again, because that's Bob Miller, the owner's personal cell phone number. So y'all call Bob, Bob Miller on his personal cell phone, 903-431-9823, and tell him you want a seat for the show.
Right, and that's how you get the tickets. Super fun, super easy and simple. Hopefully a lot of people out there on Saturday
food,
too.
Yeah, get
food and
a
a show.
A
what more
great
can you
meal,
want?
and we're going to sing for you while you eat.
Sounds good, Bob. Thank you so much for joining us this morning, of course. All right, still ahead this morning, keeping an eye on your child's mental health. And this morning's Wellness Wednesday, the new recommendations from pediatricians and what to watch out for right after birth.
And coming up in sports, we took a trip to Lufkin to check out those Panthers ahead of their big matchup against Longview on Friday night. We've got the details behind their preparation. Straight ahead on Morning Y'all.
It's time for CBS19 Sports.
Welcome back, East Texas. I'm Damian Bartonic, and you know what time it is. Time to talk all things sports. I'm just counting down the hours when it comes to the start of high school football season, as our Under the Lights show for week 1 is just 2 days away, baby. And in game for week number 1, that is, we've got Lufkin traveling to Longview in what will be a war on the field. And on the Panther side of things, they believe that too. Now, I went out to practice yesterday, and man, one thing that really stood out above all was their intensity. And I said one thing, but I mean two. Their intensity and their accountability for all, whether it be the coaches or even the players themselves. Everyone involved expects a perfect practice every time they step out on the field. And after speaking to a couple of Lufkin stars, it's apparent why they feel that way. These fellas aren't just expecting to win 10 games. They want to be playing inside of Jerry World come December. You saw right there on your screen, 2001 is the last time they raised that state title, and they want it again. 2001, that was a little minute away. I was 3 years old. But it'll all start this Friday against Longview if they want to do that, in a game they say can be a statement for their program, considering the work they've put in.
We put in great work, you know. A lot of guys been here the whole every day, summer workouts, you know, putting in the work, doing what they're supposed to do. You know, we got high expectations, so everybody know the role they got to play and the work they got to put into it.
Yeah, if you're going against your teammates, hitting them in the mouth, how you think we're going to do our opponents? It's just the fact that if we're going to hit our own teammates, how do you think we're going to do Longview?
Both QB1 Javion and the big fella Jamaria understand the task at hand, and their main goal is to knock the rust off early and hit the ground running. But beyond the win, this game plan goes further than the X's and O's. It's about a philosophy that'll keep this brotherhood going strong, and it honestly embodies what Lufkin football is all about: win, lose, or draw.
You're going to see a hard-working team. We're not going to give up no matter what the circumstance is during any game, you know. And, you know, we're just going to be disciplined, and we always going to have each other back, no matter what.
We're going to expect some real Texas football. We come out here aggressive. We come out here with some power. We come out here to show people that we are here.
I just want to see everybody, you know, win, lose, or draw. I just want to see everybody there for each other, no matter what, no matter the outcome.
And oh boy, I cannot wait for this one. Lufkin at Longview this Friday night. Kickoff is slated for 7:30 p.m. Now, this afternoon, I'll be out in Longview to see what the Lobos are up to as they prep for this monster Week 1 matchup. Now, I want you to keep your eye on one specific player from Lufkin outside of the two that you saw there on your screen. His name is Keyshawn Waters, playing for the Panthers. He starts at defensive back. I'm not going to lie, y'all, he looked like a stud in practice. Looked like Trayvon Diggs a little bit. Excellent at flipping his hips, breaking on the football. So be sure to watch number 1 make plays on Friday night. Now, let's talk about another program with some expectations this season, the Edgewood Bulldogs. Now, them dogs took a big step forward in 2024. Nice little 8-4 record, nice little second round appearance in the playoffs. But with a brand new coach and Kevin Bachtel, the Bulldogs are all in on being even better in 2025. My boy Dan Millay went out there and has more.
We're looking forward to opening the year, so it's good to get to hit somebody else and try to stay healthy, and let's see where we go.
Ah, the simple pleasures that come with the beginning of a new football season. Edgewood's got some extra juice this year, though, with a new man calling the shots and a whole lot of talent.
Man, we're really skilled. Quarterback's really good. We got receivers really good. Running backs really good. Our offensive line is really piecing together. We're really proud of them.
Let's talk about those skill guys. Quarterback Trevor Golightly threw for almost 3,500 yards last season with an even 40 touchdowns. Receiver Tony Smith and Jaden Johnson each amassed around 900 receiving yards with double-digit tutties. And the running back Lucas Pippin rushed for over 1,400 yards with 7 trips to the end zone.
We got a lot of talent, a lot of kids, especially in the senior class, that are going to go play college somewhere, and I'm excited about it, and I think they are too. But we just got to take what we did last year and just build upon it and get our defense better. And I mean, Coach Bachtel, our defense, I already feel like it's better, and he's going to get us right.
Hear that last part? He's going to get us right. This entire Bulldog squad has expressed nothing but the utmost confidence in their new head coach and the direction he's taken them.
He knows what he's talking about. He gets straight to the point, whatever he's talking about. He don't beat around the bush. He's going to let you know there. Last year, I'll say they joked around a lot, didn't really listen. He got here. They listen. They do what's best. They don't get in trouble in class. They focus more. But worry about what's important now and focus on the little things instead of the bigger picture, and then worry about the bigger picture later.
This week, the picture is focused on an opening matchup with Commerce. Coach Bachtel knows they're dangerous, but you can bet he's going to get his guys right.
You know, they got home run hitters, so at any snap they can go to the house. So we've got to control big plays and make them drive the field. And then, you know, we got to make plays for ourselves on offense. You know, we're explosive, but we've got to control that and make sure we don't make our own mistakes.
Now, I'm telling y'all, it's going to be a great year here in East Texas when it comes to what we see under them lights. You see it right there. I could hug this monitor. I'm just so excited. Now, that's all the time I have for you in sports. I don't know about y'all, but I could use some of that comfort food that 55% of y'all don't like. I think it's crazy. Mashed potatoes, that's wild to me. But
call them out.
It's crazy. But with that said, I'll see y'all soon. Morning, y'all.
All right. Thanks, Damien.
All right, we are about to step away for a moment while we break into our over-the-air broadcast with a news update.
Yeah, I'll be right back with more here on CBS19.
No mashed potatoes.
No mashed potatoes, I wish.
Good morning, y'all. I'm Dana Dixon.
And I'm Jesus Martinez. Thank you so much for being with us for this news update. For more than 2 years after she vanished, the search for Courtney Martin appears to be over today.
Authorities believe they have now found her remains in a pond in Smith County. Martin disappeared in May of 2023 after calling her mom for a ride in the New Harmony area. Now, when her mother arrived, Courtney was gone. Months of searching led nowhere until last month when a witness found a backpack and an ID in the area. And that discovery prompted a renewed search with the help of the DPS dive team. Daniel Wiggins says he couldn't believe what he found.
Scared for a minute, and you know, you don't think you're going to find that type of stuff, but we were put in the right place at the right time.
The remains have now been sent to Dallas for an autopsy and further testing as the investigation remains ongoing. We will keep you updated on air and online as we learn more information on this case. A Crockett man who opened fire outside the Houston County Sheriff's Office pleads guilty to a federal charge. Clifford Henizer is accused of walking into the sheriff's office back in March and then demanding federal records. Investigators say he left, but then he returned with a firearm and started shooting in the parking lot. Deputies managed to disarm him. As a convicted felon, Henizer wasn't supposed to have any firearms. He's now facing up to 15 years behind bars.
All right, well, Christmas is still a few months away, but you can still make a huge difference and help a lot of wishes come true this holiday season. Tomorrow night, Juicy Burgers and Longview will be hosting a Dine to Donate event, which of course will support the Blue Santa program. It'll be on Eastman Road from 5 to 10, and 10% of all the donations will be donated to the Tatum Police Department to help with their fundraiser. Now, Blue Santa is a community-based Christmas gift and food assistance program that provides toys and other holiday support to children and families in need. And tickets are on sale right now for the second annual Green Street Monster Fest in downtown Longview. The lineup was recently announced, and the pop-funk favorite Bowling for Soup, known for the, of course, Phineas and Ferb theme song, will headline this year's event, happening on October 25th. Other performers include Rock Bottom String Band, East Texans, West Jeans, and Sunny Swin. You can find that link to the tickets on our website, CBS19.tv. It is up and running and working. Get your tickets.
Hopefully no one gets stuck under that bridge today as we're dealing with rain.
Or stuck under the rain.
Here in East Texas. Let's get over to Joel.
Absolutely. We're starting off the day with rain, but by this afternoon, we should be rain-free for the most part. We're looking at lots of sunshine and high temperatures in the upper 80s to low 90s. As we look at our future skycast, as we continue on to this afternoon, again, most of us will be pretty rain-free. Can't rule out maybe an occasional pop-up shower or two, but again, lots of sunshine across the area. Thursday looks to be a little bit of a different story. Heavy rainfall will be possible, especially north of I-20, as a cold front sweeps into the area. That'll be responsible for that line of thunderstorms. And then we got another round of showers and thunderstorms that will mainly affect some of our eastern counties as we move into the Friday morning. But Friday afternoon should be in pretty good shape by game time. Here's a look at your 7-day forecast. So we're up to 94 for Thursday, and we're going to be hovering in the low 80s for the rest of the weekend, with next week looking much better.
Welcome back to Morning All here on CBS 19 Plus. This is what's coming up in our second half hour. A break in a 2-year mystery as authorities believe they found the remains of missing East Texas woman Courtney Martin. Ayana Air will have that story in just a few moments.
Plus more documents and emails released from the Robb Elementary School shooting, including new details about messages sent to families during that tragedy.
And we are continuing to track I-20 this morning, specifically westbound I-20 as we take a look at our CBS19 on-scene unit this morning. We're continuing to track a car wreck in that direction. We do have some rainfall still ongoing in that location, so definitely going to be some slick roadways in some locations. Let's take a look at your 7-day forecast here as we look forward here into the next few days here. Oops, sorry, we got future skycast. We are going to be warming up as we head into next week, but cooling down into this weekend as more rain chances arrive into the forecast as we head into this weekend. Let's go to the 7-day forecast once again. There we go. So we'll be warming up next week, but in the meantime, expect rain. We'll have more news and weather coming up later this half hour on CBS 19 Plus.
Together, we're putting East Texas first. You're watching Morning Y'all on CBS 19 Plus.
Good morning, y'all, on this rainy Wednesday morning. Thanks for staying with us on CBS 19 Plus. I'm Dana Dixon.
And I'm Jesus Martinez. You can probably hear that rain on a rooftop right now. We'll get another check on that forecast with Joel in just a few minutes. Well, mystery stretching back to 2 years finally has some answers this morning. Officials believe they have found the remains of a missing East Texas woman that is in Smith County.
Yeah, CBS 19's Ayana Aird is sharing with us what led to those search efforts and what we have learned so far.
More than 2 years later, the search for Courtney Martin has come to an end.
We'd been trying to get investigative leads up to that point.
Courtney went missing in May of 2023 after she called her mom asking for a ride in the New Harmony area. When her mom arrived, Courtney wasn't there.
We looked for her for months and months, exhausted all investigative means of finding her.
Last month, a witness in the area found a backpack and ID, which we now know belonged to Courtney Martin. That's when Sheriff Smith contacted DPS to help search the pond.
We've been spraying the pond, trying to kill all the weeds and stuff back, and then we started fishing and then saw some stuff on a beaver hut.
Tried to get the DPS dive team at that time, and due to the Kerr County floods, everything, this is the first opportunity they've had to get down here.
The startling discovery. Daniel Wiggins says he couldn't believe what he found.
Scared for a minute, and you know, you don't think you're going to find that type of stuff, but we were put in the right place at the right time.
After hours of searching the pond, Sheriff Smith says divers discovered human remains believed to be Courtney Martin.
A little crazy, wouldn't expect it out here in the New Harmony area.
Sheriff Smith says the investigation now shifts to evidence that could provide answers.
So we'll just start from where we left off with evidence now that we need and other electronic type evidence that I think we're going to have ability to uncover, and we'll see where it leads.
In Smith County, I'm Ayana Aird, CBS 19.
The remains have now been sent to Dallas for an autopsy and further testing as that investigation continues. We'll keep you updated on air and online as we learn more information on this case. Over to Crockett now, where a man who opened fire outside the Houston County Sheriff's Office has now pled guilty to a federal charge. Clifford Henizer is accused of walking into the sheriff's office back in March and then demanding federal records. Investigators say he left, but then he returned with a firearm and started shooting in the parking lot. Deputies on scene quickly responded and managed to disarm him. 2 guns were recovered. Now, as a convicted felon, Henizer wasn't supposed to have any firearms at all. Now, with a guilty plea in federal court, he is facing up to 15 years behind bars. A new round of documents and emails related to the Robb Elementary School shooting have been released. This latest release includes thousands of emails, including to and from former Superintendent Hal Harrell, who retired shortly after the shooting. Those documents also shared the communication that went out to families during the shooting. At 11:41, an update was posted saying Robb Elementary was under a lockdown due to gunshots, but promised students and staff were safe. However, we know the gunman was already in the school at 11:33, and most shots were fired within minutes before that message went out. This was all shared a day after a firm representing Uvalde CISD admitted they accidentally withheld some 26,000 pages, despite a court order to release them.
For me, I'm sorry as well. I'm sorry as well. We stood strong together on that day and voted unanimously to release these.
We do expect even more records to be released in the coming days. The law firm says they plan to release the rest of the district documents by September the 3rd.
Well, the newly passed congressional map faces yet another hurdle this morning. The NAACP is suing to block it. The organization argues the maps discriminate on racial grounds. Now, last week, Texas Republicans passed a plan to redraw the state's congressional lines in an effort to help the GOP gain as many as 5 more seats in the 2026 midterms. The NAACP amended litigation it brought against Texas congressional maps drawn back in 2021. At the time, the group also argued those maps were racially discriminatory. Governor Abbott says he will sign the law into effect in the coming days.
It's 7:37 in a desperate race against time. A man trapped inside a burning car crushed under the dashboard. And this morning, we're hearing from those on the scene during that terrifying rescue in Houston County. According to the Houston County Sheriff's Office, the 2-vehicle collision left one driver pinned and unable to escape as those flames began to spread. Body cam footage shows deputies sprinting toward the fire with extinguishers in hand. You can see it there. And despite knowing the risk, Sergeant Michael Molness with the Houston County Sheriff's Office continued using multiple extinguishers to fight the flames while trying to also free the victim. The Sheriff's Office said the extinguishers likely prevented severe burns and saved that man's life.
I pulled up, I saw the vehicle on fire, and I've been on enough to know that fire extinguishers, they're not enough. But when I jumped out of the truck, I saw a man standing there, and I asked if there was anyone in the vehicle, and he said, yes, he's trapped.
He was working on the fire. We were trying to work on untangling his leg to get him out from underneath there. Then figured out that we needed to shift his weight inside the vehicle to get him to slide out a different way. And that's what we did. We 4 or 5 of us picked up the vehicle.
Real proud of all the citizens on scene. Everybody worked together and everybody worked hard, fearlessly. No one showed any fear to try to save this man's life.
They absolutely did not. They jumped to action. The crash remains under investigation, and the Sheriff's Office says it's looking to add more extinguishers for deputies moving forward.
Come on, push it, push it, push it. Hard, hard, hard.
Well, now to another dramatic rescue in New Jersey now. An 8-year-old boy trapped by flames had no way out but through his second-story window. Police officers and neighbors rushed in and encouraged him to jump into their arms. The boy took that leap of faith and was caught safely. You see it right there. He was taken to the hospital for smoke inhalation, but is expected to be okay. Thankfully, no one else was hurt in that fire.
All right, 7:39. Let's talk a little trending this morning. And we're going to take a break and from the news and now do these trending stories, starting with, all the Swifties out there.
It's a
They're
love story,
going to love
ain't it?
this. Right, it's a love story. Taylor Swift is officially entering her bridal era. The pop star just said yes to Kansas City Chiefs star Travis Kelce, and fans cannot get enough of it. Look at those pictures. After 2 years of a romance, Taylor Swift and Kelce announced their engagement on Instagram with a fairy tale. It was photos and poetic captions, including a nod to their high school teacher love story. The landmark announcement comes just days before Travis's season opener and after her podcast appearance, which broke audience records. She's known for breaking the internet a little bit.
I think at last check, that specific post had, when I checked this morning or last night, 13 million likes.
That's crazy.
Which is crazy. It went from 1 million to 8 million within a couple of hours whenever we brought it on the show yesterday. And now it's like at 13 million. I think I checked it last night, 13 million likes so far.
Do you think she imagined that in her wildest dreams?
Probably. Probably not.
Just look at all of her songs. I bet she imagined it.
Well, I was going to say, with her songs too, it's like great songs, breakup songs, happy songs again, actually not happy again. It's a mix of everything.
Now she's going to have lots of happy.
She's on a generational run. I mean, think about it. She's been popular since I was in elementary school.
Right.
I mean, it's insane. There's actually a trend in sports Twitter I can take out of my world. People are thinking Travis Kelce's now going to retire after this year.
Why would he?
They think that this is it. He's going to be a married man. He's going to change. He wants to be a family man at home.
Call it a day.
I love her music and I enjoy watching him on the field. So let's keep both those going.
The best of both worlds. Your fiance likes Taylor Swift a lot too, right?
Yes, she does.
What have you learned from her?
Oh man.
Because I know you're not a big Swiftie, but what have you learned from her?
I've not learned too much other than her favorite album is Lover.
Nice.
So
second favorite.
There you go.
All right. Well, now to a 12-year-old in Louisiana. He just bounced his way into the record books. He set a world record on a pogo stick, and it's impressive. No hands at all. Wilson Bales has been jumping on his pogo stick since he was a little boy, and this summer he made that history, jumping again hands-free for 30 minutes and 2 seconds, smashing the previous record of 18 minutes. He blew that one out of the water. The hobby taught him discipline, of course, and he says that his advice to other kids is simple: stay determined and don't give up. Now he's focused on school, summer being over, with big dreams of becoming a marine biologist and an astronaut as well.
Have y'all ever jumped on a pogo stick?
No.
I have.
Cannot balance at all.
So I always wanted one as a child growing up and never have one, but my kids got one and I have since tried it. I can get like five little bounces in and then we're done.
I don't know if I can even, when I was a kid, I tried one in school. I think I got like one bounce, if you want to call it, and then I leaned forward. That I couldn't get
It's the little bounces for me that make it a little bit better. Have you done it?
Oh God! I mean, look at me. There ain't no way. Just like the hoverboards, you know what I mean? Like with hoverboards,
Yeah.
and everything.
The hoverboard.
Yeah, could never, can't do it. No, you won't see me.
I think an astronaut's going to work best for him.
Yeah.
Alright.
Going up into space.
It looks like he's getting off the ground.
Right?
Okay, we got one more for you. A black and gold hero is keeping a Pittsburgh airport safe and winning hearts over. This Steeler dog isn't just cute, he's savvy. Steeler is a 2.5-year-old lab, works as a TSA canine at Pittsburgh International, using his super senses to detect explosives and keep travelers safe. Born on Super Bowl Sunday, Steeler also scored another win, taking the TSA Cutest Canine contest by 500 votes out of 12,000. His handler says this black and gold star proves that you can be both dedicated and adorable, and maybe even bring a little Super Bowl luck to the city. I mean, I hope that for Pittsburgh, but Dallas needs a little Super Bowl luck. It's been like the 90s.
He's boasting that little blue ribbon like he's all proud. As he should, though.
Yeah, he did his thing, baby. Hey, number one.
All he had to do is be cute. Simple and easy.
See, Pittsburgh, you can hang your hat on that. You don't need another Super Bowl.
Give one to us.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah, the Cowboys could use it. You know who else could use a Super Bowl? Actually, no. I was going to say, who could use Super Bowl? This weather could use Super Bowl because I need it. I think it's ugly, and I need it.
I like this rain weather. It's nice. It's calming.
As long as I have my umbrella, I'm okay with it. Otherwise,
which I did not bring.
And as long as you're careful on the roadways, because we are tracking I-20 this morning westbound. It's Jim Hogg Road and Lavender Road. That's where we are this morning. Let's take a look at our CBS19 on-scene unit this morning. We got an accident involving an 18-wheeler there. We got some wet roadways still around. Looks like the rain showers are beginning to move out, however, so that's some good news. Let's take a look at our CBS19 live radar this morning. Again, we're tracking these showers right over the Smith County area, just moving out of Tyler. Let's take a little bit of a closer look, and we'll put it in motion too. So those showers are beginning to weaken and move away from I-20 and move away from the US 69 corridor, so that's some good news there. It is moving into parts of Rusk County at this time, but it is now really beginning to weaken, so that's some good news there. So should be in better shape as we continue on into the rest of this morning. Temperatures now upper 60s to low 70s across the area. Definitely a gloomy picture out there with those wet roadways out there. Today's highs, we should be rain-free by this afternoon. We're talking upper 80s to low 90s across the area. Here's what I mean on future Skycast. So those rain showers that we're tracking this morning should fade away as we continue into the rest of this morning. A lot of us will be staying rain-free into this afternoon. We'll see highs in the upper 80s to low 90s once again. Thursday will start out dry, temperatures in the low 70s. And then we have this to watch for into the middle to late afternoon. This is all ahead of a cold front. Some very heavy rainfall will be possible out of this line of thunderstorms, mainly just north of I-20, but as it continues to move to the south, it will start to fade away pretty quickly. Another chance of rain for Friday morning. Shouldn't affect game time, though. Should be nice and dry and mostly cloudy by the time we get to football time. 7-day forecast as we go forward. 90 for today, 94 for Thursday, back down to 84 as we head into Friday, with a better chance for showers and thunderstorms, even lingering into parts of your Saturday. And then we dry out and warm up as we continue into the early parts of next week.
All right, Joel, thanks so much. 7:45 now. Texas Oncology in Longview is using new technology that could change cancer treatment right here in East Texas. Doctors say it's faster and more precise and can treat multiple sites at once. We'll show you how it works coming up. 7:47 now. New this morning, another arrest has been made in the investigation into a series of vehicle burglaries and other crimes in Titus County. Deputies say 18-year-old DeQuillian Beasley was taken into custody yesterday in Morris County. He was then booked into the jail on several warrants tied to this case, and right now he's waiting on an arraignment. Meanwhile, 25-year-old Zadarius Gamble was also arrested earlier this week in connection with those same crimes. However, deputies say they are still looking for 18-year-old Roykes Ferrier, that is, who has similar felony warrants. Authorities ask anyone with information about his whereabouts to contact the Titus County Sheriff's Office.
All right, 7:48, it's time for Wellness Wednesday. Texas Oncology in Longview is now using advanced technology that could transform how cancer is treated here in East Texas. And doctors say it is faster, more precise, and opens up treatment for more patients. They recently installed a new radiation therapy machine. Doctors say it's a major upgrade, cutting treatment times from hours to minutes while targeting multiple cancer sites at once. The new system is already in use, and while it's too early to measure results, doctors say it's performing exactly as hoped. Well, there's a big shift in how to tackle children's mental health. New guidelines are giving pediatricians a more specific timeline on what to look for, and it starts in infancy. CBS's Jared Hill reports.
A new report from the American Academy of Pediatrics recommends doctors do more to identify mental, emotional, and behavioral issues in children. New guidelines say screening should start at infancy by looking for postpartum depression in the parents. Over the next 2 years, doctors should ask about a child's sleep, emotions, and behavior. And starting at age 3, screen for mental health at annual check-ins.
It's a lot of the same things as in adults. How well are they sleeping? How well are they eating? How are they interacting with others?
According to the AAP, nearly 40% of U.S. children will face a mental or behavioral health issue by the time they turn 16. Common causes include trauma, abuse, neglect, poverty, parental stress, and bullying. CBS News medical contributor Dr. Celine Gounder is editor-at-large for public health at KFF Health News. She says identifying mental health problems is crucial, but treating patients has its hurdles.
Unfortunately, this is going to mean a lot of kids getting diagnoses who don't necessarily have access to care. We have a real shortage of child psychiatrists in this country. Even if you have good insurance, you might be looking at months to even years long wait to see somebody.
Dr. Gounder says parents can help children by starting a dialogue, model healthy behavior, stick to routines, limit screen time, and plan offline activities like sports and arts. She says in addition to your child's pediatrician, parents should lean into teachers and counselors and to approach mental health as a team effort. Jared Hill, CBS News, New York.
All right, East Texas, let's get back into your forecast. Thanks for joining us this morning on CBS 19 Plus. I'm CBS 19 meteorologist Joel Robinson. Now, we've been tracking CBS 19 live radar all morning. Just this band of showers and thunderstorms that are continuing to push out of Smith County and into parts of Rusk County, but it is starting to weaken ever so slightly. We still got some light to moderate rainfall falling over Tyler at this time, so that is what we are currently tracking at the moment. By this afternoon, we should be in much better shape. We should be rain-free by this afternoon with much better conditions. Elsewhere across the area, upper 60s to low 70s for our temperatures. Most of us are staying on the dry side. Today we'll make it to about the upper 80s to low 90s, maybe even some middle 90s in some of our western locations, but we'll be way more comfortable thanks to those lower humidity values, and we'll have plenty of sunshine to watch for. All right, let's get back into rainfall here because we do have several chances for it as we head into the next few days. Thursday, we're watching for a line of showers and thunderstorms to move through East Texas, and then another band of showers and thunderstorms with a better chance of seeing some heavy rainfall, even some flash flooding in some locations for Friday. We'll have some spotty shower activity by your Saturday morning with the rest of your weekend looking okay. Here's future skycast. So into this afternoon should be rain-free and with plenty of sunshine. And then we move into tomorrow morning, still staying on the clear side. And then here comes that band of showers and thunderstorms right ahead of a cold front. We will have a chance to see some heavy downpours in some locations, mainly along and north of I-20 as it continues to weaken. And then another round of showers and thunderstorms will mainly affect our eastern locations by the time we get to Friday morning. But by the time the football games start, should be in good shape with mostly cloudy skies. Here's your 7-day forecast here. So 94 today, up to 94 for tomorrow as a warm front pushes in, and then we'll be back down to 84 degrees with a better chance for showers and thunderstorms. And then we move into Saturday with a couple of isolated showers in the morning, and then we dry out by the end of your weekend and into parts of next week with highs returning to the upper 80s to low 90s.
All right, we're getting back to our question of the day on this Wednesday. What is your favorite movie? I almost forgot two of my very favorites.
Can I guess one of them?
Yes.
Can I guess both of them?
Yes.
Top Gun and Maverick.
He heard me.
I look at I saw them.
You got cheat. There you go. That's
Did you add any new ones?
I did. So one of my other favorite ones is a holiday movie. It'll be The Polar Express.
Oh,
and
see, that movie creeps me out.
Really?
Yeah. But I love Home Alone.
There's that one scene. That one scene with the little puppet. That's the only part that's like, eh.
It's because it's like real-ish, you know? They like look kind of real, but they're not really real. I don't know what it is.
Hey, you. Yeah, you. You know what kind of train this is?
So that's going to be Joel's Halloween costume. Is the kid from the Polar Express.
I guess we've decided today.
Right.
There's some other people listing theirs. The Wizard of Oz, A League of Their Own.
Oh, that's a great
How about
movie.
Star Wars, y'all?
Oh, I love Star Wars.
I've not seen a single one.
That's like 70s, 80s. I feel like that's in your wheelhouse.
Oh, it definitely is.
Reagan says Good Will Hunting, and You've Got Mail. Yes, I love both of those. They're so good.
I love A League of Their Own, too. That's a great movie. I love Tom Hanks.
Yeah, he's good.
I need to do some homework, man.
And then Elizabeth says The Way We Were. Y'all have never seen that, but I have, and it is a good one. It's like 70s, 80s. I think it's 70s, but so good. And then Lonesome Dove. Have y'all seen that?
I haven't seen that one.
I haven't seen that one. No.
See,
goodness, I feel like you'd like Lonesome Dove.
I need to do some research, man.
This is good.
We gotta get
I was going to say,
you
this
there.
is great recommendations that we can catch up on movies.
Let's do it. And
Over the
this
weekend.
weather is kind of like
Oh, this
exactly.
is movie watching weather
It
right
is
here.
movie watching
yeah.
weather.
I love it.
All right, keep telling us your favorite movies.
And then we're going to be back. We're going to step away just for a little bit to do our over-the-air cut-ins over on our CBS channel.
We'll be right back with more here on CBS 19 Plus. Good Wednesday morning, y'all. I'm Dana Dixon.
And I'm Jesus Martinez. Thanks for being with us for this news update. Well, testimony continues this morning in the trial of Scotty Lee Goebel. He's the man accused of shooting and killing Tyler business owner Eddie Ramirez outside Junior Taqueria last October.
Yeah, the opening day of testimony lasted more than 8 hours, with a focus on witnesses from the state. Prosecutors say an argument over a food order escalated into a brawl before Goebel pulled a gun and shot Ramirez. Yesterday, jurors saw body camera video of Goebel admitting to the shooting, but giving different versions of what led up to it. The defense claims Ramirez and his family were the aggressors, and Goebel fired in self-defense.
We want you to pay special attention to Scotty Goebel and his story, and how many times his story changes throughout his interview with the detectives.
This is the investigative bias based on inaccurate information provided from a crime scene that's lost its integrity, with the family and the witnesses in the restaurant allowed to walk around and talk with each other.
Right now, the state's job is to prove that the jury that beyond a reasonable doubt, Goebel intentionally shot and killed Ramirez, not in an act of self-defense.
Meanwhile, over in ARP, the elementary assistant principal is facing criminal charges tied to a sexual assault investigation involving her 21-year-old son. Investigators say Carla Florence withheld information about that case in which her son Blake Florence is accused of. Now, she's charged with failure to report as an educator. Meanwhile, her son is charged with second-degree sexual assault of a child and tampering with evidence. And police say that his mother not only knew about the crime, but actively misled investigators. And under Texas law, educators are legally required to report any knowledge of a felony. More charges could still be filed, and the district told us that the incident did not involve any of their students and did not happen on school property. In a letter to parents, they also said that they are already taking the proper steps and actions to ensure the safety and well-being of students and staff.
Right. It is a rainy one out there this Wednesday.
It sure is, but not to worry though. We do have some sunshine. Thank you very much coming into this area as we head into this afternoon. We'll be up into the upper 80s to low 90s for all of East Texas, so it should be a pretty nice day as you head out the door this afternoon. Our future skycast shows that we will be rain-free, but not cloud-free as we head into this afternoon. A couple of occasional pop-up showers. So maybe not necessarily all rain-free altogether, but most of us will be staying dry. As we continue on into the overnight hours, we'll start out dry for your Thursday morning, and then we're watching a line of showers and thunderstorms that's going to be ahead of a cold front that will be moving into East Texas as we head into the later parts of this week. Could potentially get some heavy downpours out of some of these showers and thunderstorms. Most of it will be along and north of I-20. Then we have a second round of rain moving into the area. Mainly will affect some of our eastern locations as we head into Friday morning. Friday afternoon should be in good shape. We will just be left with dry conditions and mostly cloudy skies. 7-day forecast shows a warm up for Thursday, cool down for Friday, additional rain chances going into the early parts of Saturday, and then we dry out and warm up into the next week.
Well, before you go this morning, here's some stories you need. Testimony resuming today in the murder trial of Scotty Lee Goebel. He's accused of shooting and killing Tyler business owner Eddie Ramirez outside Junior's Taqueria last October. Jurors have already seen body camera video of Goebel admitting to the shooting while claiming it was self-defense.
And a break in a 2-year mystery out of Smith County, authorities believe they have found the remains of Courtney Martin, who went missing back in 2023 after calling her mom for a ride in the New Harmony area. Investigators say the discovery came after a witness found her belongings last month, leading to the search of a pond. Now the case moves on to more evidence gathering.
And a statewide change for students. Texas education officials announced that there'll be new updates to the STAR test. The exam will now include more open-ended questions and a stronger focus on critical thinking. Districts are preparing teachers and students for the adjustments this school year. Well, it is raining across East Texas. Man, it's coming down in the Tyler area right now.
Yeah, it sure is. So one more look at your CBS19 live radar here. We do have those showers and thunderstorms moving away from the area and starting to weaken as they start to enter parts of Rusk County. So that's some good news there. This afternoon should have plenty of sunshine and dry conditions. We'll be up in the upper 80s to low 90s with, again, plenty of sunshine and very comfortable conditions thanks to the lower humidity. Our future skycast shows that as we head into this afternoon, we'll be pretty rain-free as we go into this afternoon. Maybe an occasional pop-up shower, but very, very low-end chances for rain as we move into this afternoon. Same goes for the beginning of Thursday. Then we move into a kind of a rainy pattern as we head into the early parts of the afternoon and into the evening. We've got a line of showers and thunderstorms that will mainly affect locations along and north of I-20. Second round comes in Friday morning. Should be all clear by game time Friday evening. Your 7-day forecast shows a warm-up coming into the area as we head into Thursday. Cool down as we go into Friday. We continue to hover in the low 80s through the weekend, then we dry out and warm up into next week with mostly sunny skies.
All right, thank you, Joel. Well, here's something good to tell you this morning. A longtime foster child finally finds his forever family. Cozy was the longest waiting child in Arkansas foster care, waiting 13 years. And Monday, his adoption by Anna and Tim Dietrich became official. Friends, family, and supporters from Project Zero gathered to celebrate, making Cozy the star of the day. Yes, he was. His new parents say they felt called to give him more than a home. They gave him their whole hearts, and that almost got me a little teary right
That's so
That's
sweet.
awesome. That's awesome.
I know it's not easy, especially for kids that are in foster care or going through the adoption process. You know, they just want a loving family, and I'm glad he got one.
Looks like he got two loving parents right there.
Yeah.
So much to look forward to for him.
Absolutely love that. That was. I mean, I don't know who picked this story, but I feel like this is the perfect
I wonder
thing.
who.
Was it you?
No, that's it was awesome seeing it. Yeah, I mean, you want to get teary-eyed too. You know what I mean? It's tough, but I'm happy for him and happy for the family, and maybe I need to go down to Arkansas and shake the man's hand.
That's right.
Go on a little day trip. All right. Well, thanks for continuing your day with us here on Morning Y'all on CBS 19 Plus. Make sure to catch the noon show coming up on CBS 19, and of course, right here on CBS 19 Plus.
Keep it here for the latest news and weather throughout the day. And here's what's coming up on CBS 19 Plus. We hope you have a great morning.